Good morning. Welcome to this month's Shotsuki Hoyo. My name is Grace Hatano. I'm a minister assistant here at the Betsu Wing. I would like to begin today's today's service by starting to chant with Sambujo and then the reading of the names. Namanda, namanda, namanda. Bujo mida nyorai niudo jo san ge aku pujo shaka nyorai niudo jo san ge ra aku bujo jipo nyorai niudo jo san ge aku. The members of the temple come together today to observe the November Shotsuki Hoyo. This is our monthly service remembering friends and loved ones who have passed away in the month of November. They are Joe Kamichika Kataoka, Natsuko Jane Kawakami, Shirai Masunaga, Deborah Nagai Bell. We realize in the cherished memories of those we love that we have lost, the impermanence of the world is revealed. May the fragrance of the incense teach us the purity of our intention. May the flowers offered remind us of the delicate truth of life's impermanence. And may the light that burns brightly on the altar lead our thoughts to Amida's light of wisdom that dispels the darkness of selfishness. At this time, please join me in chanting Jusege. Namanda, 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 namanda. 가건 초세간 이시무조도 시간 부만족 세이프조 쇼각 我無量苦不意大摂取不採小貧具政府上小学阿四上仏道妙所長実法空虚未小門政府上小学利欲人少年上へ修凡行四愚無浄土一生天人師人力現代公不生無才道少女三苦名交際集約難回避知恵言滅死根門案閉塞小悪道通達全注文高層上慢欲いよろ実法日月修十期天候音符言一種解放像公正功徳法上王大集中説法四識空用一切物具足種特分元年出上慢得意三害王如仏無下知通達未不詳感覚営力投資最小損志願若国家大仙王感動国小天人道珍妙家ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしくどく平等性一切道本菩提心往生安楽国ナマンダサマンダサマンダサマンダサマンダAt this time, please join me in the reading of the three treasures, followed by Sankhya Mon. Three treasures. Fortunate it is to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in a life of harmony in the spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Sankhya-mon. 人参受けがたし今すでに浮く。仏法聞きがたし今すでに聞く。好み根性に向かってどうせずんば。さらにいずれぬ章に向かってか好みをどうせん。大衆もろともに心身に三宝に消えし立てまつるべし。自ら仏に消えし立てまつる。まさに根が湧くば主情とともに大道を体現して無常を起こさん。自ら法に消えし立てまつる。まさに根が湧くば主情とともに深く教蔵を入れて知恵生みのごとくならん。自ら僧に消えし立てまつる。まさに根が湧くば主情とともに大道を体現して無常を起こさん。無常人人未明の方は百千万語にも愛をことかたし、我今検問し従事することを得たり、根が湧くば如来の真実を義し立てまつらん。町民合唱。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナマンダス、ナマンダス、ナマンダス、ナマンダス。Now for my Dharma talk. Good morning, everybody. And I could recognize some people out there. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Alice. And good morning, Mike. It's nice to see all of you here today. I hope all of us, excuse me, are being safe and well, especially during this COVID pandemic. I think we're all of us trying to cope, making sure that we wear our mask and keep our social distance, especially when we're out in public. Today, thank you for joining me for our November Shotsuki Hoyo. This service allows us to come together virtually to remember those loved ones we have lost. For when we lose someone we love, every year, when their month of their passing draws near, we cannot help but think of them again. It should be no other way, for they have impacted our lives and have made us who we are today. When you think about it, things like maybe characteristic of your parents, mannerism, the way they live our lives, we did learn from our parents. You may have heard somebody say to you, "Boy, you are your mother's daughter." Or again, some comments like, "You're just like your dad," when you said, "Oh, I'm not lost. This is the way." As we remember them, loving memories come to mind, and we also cannot help but appreciate the many life lessons that they have taught us. And we cannot help but feel how fortunate to have had them in our lives. Each time we must know loss in life, we realize again that life is not forever. This is the truth in life. This is the Buddha Dharma. As we all know well, Buddhism, most essentially, is the teaching of impermanence, the teaching that reminds us again that all things are constantly changing, that nothing can remain the same. When we lose our lifelong family members, our father, our mother, spouse, or even a child, each loss we must know in life is so difficult. For this is what it is. to live as loving and caring person. When we lose someone so close to us, we cannot help to miss them so terribly. In realizing that they are gone, their lives are not separate from our own. We are who we are because of them. My mom, even though she's been gone over 25 years, I think of her often, especially when I hear someone else losing their mother. It was early 1995 when we were told our mom had stomach cancer. The severity of this diagnosed illness was missed as she was suffering from a very bad case of shingles for a long, long time. I don't know how many years, but a long time. So when she was hospitalized, she shared some thoughts with us that she was going to go visit my dad, who passed away in 1973. However, after a short stay, she was sent home. So she said, well, I guess I wasn't as sick as I thought, because I had some things I had to do yet, she said. You know, she always kept a bright outlook. She would talk about the months ahead, what she was planning to do, maybe take one more trip to Japan, and maybe go on a vacation with one of us. But we were told she was not going to get better. So the doctors had advised us to have hospice care assist us to help my 3 brothers, 2 sisters, and myself how best to care for our mother as her time was nearing in her final months. This was so hard to accept. As we took turns caring for her needs with the guidance from Bertha, the very attentive nurse from hospice, we were all there for Mom and taking turns, taking care of her the best we could. Because our parents have loved and nurtured us all our lives and always try to teach us how to deal with difficulties in life. In our last couple of weeks, as we saw our mom no longer strong and vibrant, she just appeared so calm. We shared with each other, when Mom passed away, what she said about having some unfinished things to do. Well, we as grown adults were always so busy with our own family, our own lives, our work. We were not making time for each other as families should. And I think Mom noticed that and was very aware of this. We sensed that her final work, or her final things that she needed to do, was to make sure that all her children, all of us, will be there for each other as we did in coming together to care for her. We are so grateful to her. As we are closer now, and we really try to keep in touch, I think we kind of came together as siblings, and this has enriched our lives and taught us a valuable lesson in life. We learned that caring for each other, we must stay connected. More so now, as most of us are sheltered in during this pandemic. We need our families, our friends, especially in time of need. This was another lesson learned in living the life of Nembutsu. Some of you are so fortunate to have your parents, your spouse today. Thank them for their love and kindness every chance you get, and appreciate their guidance and support. If you are fortunate to have your siblings, your children, your grandchildren today, love them for their act of kindness and always be there for them as they are for you, especially during this pandemic. Today, at this Shotsuki Hoyo, this monthly memorial service, we remember and appreciate the loss of family members, to appreciate the many family members who have made our present life what they are. with the many, many life lessons that they have taught us. And let us realize with Nembutsu gratitude how fortunate we have been to have had them in our lives. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, 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 Namanda. At this time, please join us in the singing of the Gatha, Ondok-san 1. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. I would like to thank Mr. Stuart Ito, our technical person, also our president of our temple, for taking care of this service to get us on live so you can see us virtually, and to Reverend Patty Oshita for the music for our Gatha. So this will conclude today's service. Thank you for joining me for our November Shotsuki Hoyo. Please take care. Be safe, that means to wear your mask. Stay well, that means keeping your distance. And please keep in touch with your families and friends. Until next time. Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu. We'll see you then. Okay.